Hello, preschool coaches. Welcome to the beginning of the school year. We're gonna start with, you can have Alexa over there. You can say things like, Alexa, play Itsy Bitsy Spider by Little Richard. And she will start.
Itsy Bitsy Spider by Little Richard from Spotify.
She will play. Alexa, off. Alexa, off. So you can control the volume. I'm gonna take down the other sets so it'll just be run by the Alexa. And we could start with the Little Richard Itsy Bitsy Spider song just to get the kids jazzed up. And then you can go through and teach them some different shapes like straddle, pike, tuck. We're gonna be really working on our tuck shapes this week. So you can also have the kids sit in pike and have another child jump over each other and say their names out loud, because you're gonna start to get to know their names. I wouldn't necessarily have the kids jump over each other if they are below superstar. So with those kids, I just have them jump in place and say their name. And then with the little stars, I'd have the kids sit in their laps of their parents and have the parents introduce them if they're not verbal kids, if they're not old enough to really talk, and then have the parents introduce themselves. And then with the little ones, we would start right away with our safety roles. With our other ones, we're gonna go ahead and use our balls and start to introduce our safety roles. I really want us to get into the habit of doing safety roles at the beginning of each class. Over here on the floor, we're gonna run up the incline, and then we're gonna tuck jump into the donut, and then we're gonna forward roll down the incline. Sparklers are gonna probably need help spotting that forward roll out of the donut. And with the stars, make sure that parents are protecting their necks and that they are helping their hips get over. Then we're gonna climb up to this mat and do like our little Frank duck here. We're gonna do a safety fall going backwards. If you need to, there are other mats in the room if you need to build that up a little bit and maybe move it a little closer. For the superstars, they should be able to do that jump back to their backs into the pit. The sparklers and the stars are definitely gonna need some build up. So I'll set a stack of mats right over there. And then we're gonna do cross tumbling over here on our rainbow mat and give each child a color. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you shouldn't have any more than 6 children in your class. And for the class that does have 10 in it, there'll be 2 coaches in it, and one will start over on the tumble track and one will start over here on floor. So we're just gonna have them do straight bear walks, sit and stand with their arms up, stand with their arms up in the air, get used to standing up without using their hands, forward roll with their arms up, just getting them used to some of those things, and of course doing our safety rolls backwards, having them fall on the floor. With sparklers, you can probably just give them 2 different places, 2 different activities to do. Stars, again, have their parents demonstrate the skill with them and help them. Making sure that we really want to try to get focus on those straight legs and to start using standing up with using our leg muscles and not our hands. Over on bars, we're gonna really start teaching them how to use their motorcycle revving grips. We really want them to start making sure that they're gripping right. Over on our first bar here, we're gonna lift our feet and do a tuck in the middle and hold for 5. Sparklers hold for 3. Stars, make sure that they're only holding for a couple seconds and make sure that their parents are helping bear the weight of them, either by holding them in their armpits or up by their waist. Over here, then we're gonna do a tuck hang again with a star, trying to hold this star in our lap. And again, the same thing for sparklers and stars, making sure that they're not pulling any of those ligaments or stretching them out. And then on our final bar right here, I want them to swing into a tuck hang and then swing their legs up into the mat right there. So they can do like a swing, a big giant swing. The superstars and sparklers are really gonna enjoy that because they don't get to swing too much from the bars. And then in the bar station, you could incorporate the trampoline. If you have a class of 6, you can incorporate the trampoline, and if there's nobody else, you could also use the climber. But again, we changed how they're gonna come out because we are using the pit over there to jump backwards. They're gonna come down and use the slide. You could ask them to do a big ta-da, to do something kind of fun and original, whatever your kids level. I know that you're just getting to know your kids, but whatever you feel like your kids could do, have them do a skill or do something while they're coming down the ladder. And then over on our beam, we're going to have, we have one beam. Our first beam is going to do, we're going to walk, squat, and squat and turn. That's for our superstars. For our sparklers, just give them one walk to do down this first beam. And with our stars, you could help them hold them up and have their parent stand down here and have them run to their parent to give them a big hug. Over here on this fat beam, we're gonna have them hold a star on the beam and try to do a V-sit. And you're gonna need to teach sparklers, you may need to teach some superstars what that looks like. And with the stars, we're gonna have the parents try to do that. So teach the parents what a V-sit looks like and then have them try to help their child do one. Over on the first orange beam, we're gonna do a squat stand and side dismount into a safe landing position. So have them jump towards, you could have them jump right into the middle of where the V-sit beam is. And then on the very far one, we're gonna do a bear walk. We could do a forward roll. I will put a mat down there. If you have gymnasts that you think that can do the forward roll, you can just move that sit and spin. Otherwise, you could just have them do their bear walks down the beam and jump off the end. And then the sit and spin is there just for them to go ahead and do some fun things at the end. On our tumble track, we are gonna introduce tuck jumps, bear walks, bear walk forward rolls, and forward roll step out, and then as always, our jump and stick it at the end. With sparklers, that's for our superstars. With sparklers, we're gonna introduce straight jumps, tuck jumps, bear walks, and bear walk forward rolls. And with our little stars, I would like you to introduce just two, making sure that they have good neck control. I want to make sure that all of our little ones have good neck control before we let them go ahead and do all these jumping down the tumble track, that they have the neck strength to bear that. You can also always do the fun run and stick it and have their parents at the bottom down there to go ahead and catch them. And then we have our little obstacle course, and this is going to change a little bit because we are introducing Tiny Ninja. So this obstacle course might change a little bit. This is pretty self-explanatory. And make sure that you pay attention to where you are in the stations and at what time you are in the class, because some of those will start to change because we're going to have multiple classes in here, and they're going to be different classes. There's ninja, baby ninja is going to be in here, or mini ninja is going to be in here, and we're going to have to try to work together. So coaches, make sure that you talk to each other, make sure that you're communicating where each of you want to be. There's plenty of room for everybody to be in here, and help each other move the mats around if you need to move the mats. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. Have a great week. Bye.